Sorry for the bright screen. What's happening? This is a video that answers the question of how to create a ranked quiz. All right, so you're going to start it by just naming it whatever your quiz that you want it to be. And then we are going to do the multiple choice. So what I'm going to do is just map this out. I don't know how many questions you're trying to run, so I'm just going to do 4. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. That's at my third page. Yeah, 4. And then 5. So now we have multiple choice. With that, I'm going to go ahead and just do each of those. On the 5th, actually, because there's only 5, I'm going to make this a I'm gonna make it where we get the lead capture, so that way I get their information. So we're gonna do email and then phone. I'm gonna have to drop that underneath, and then terms and condition is down at the bottom. Right there. Bam. Cool. All right, back up here. What you want to do is this is what I meant by the questions need to be different. Okay. So first thing I would do is I would start it off by saying something like whatever I'm asking them to begin with. So like explain why you're wanting them to rank these in the first place. My mind is going blank. I'll come back to that. It's never good to force because it's not going to come to me. All right, so we have, I know for a fact we have a need for 10 of these, right? And these are easy because these can all be the same. You can literally just take option away and then option. All right, so now you have the 10 options, ranking 1 out of 10. Cool. All right, now you have the 10, and what I was meaning by having the logic in it, you just want to click overall only, and then you're going to give it that amount, because now whenever someone clicks this, you can give them a score, and based on what they said, what their rating was, you can route them and classify them within your system as to what type of a buyer they are, what they know, what they don't know, you know, like that kind of a thing. So that'll make it really valuable for you. You can send them the stuff that they may want, you know, like somebody who's not that interested probably doesn't need all your information. Someone who is really interested probably needs more of your information. So there you go. So now whenever they click 10, they would get the score of 10. And after somebody went through every single one of these, there's 4, they're going to have a score of 40, right? So let's say that if they went about getting 40 to 35, I don't know exactly, but that would be like your range, right? So that's like hot, and then warm would be something beneath that, cool would be something beneath that, and then cold would be something, you know, further beneath that. I still cannot think of what this might be. I don't know what you're doing this for, so I don't know what to say. Anyways, back to the short label. You can put the short label here. It's gonna go underneath. It's gonna look crazy, but this is technically like the subline of what GoHighLevel uses. I'm gonna take this into PrettyQuizCodes and give it a sub headline underneath. So I'll think of what to say afterwards. I'm gonna build these out. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. All right, so I made all of these about chocolate. How likely are you to eat an entire chocolate bar? This is where you'd want to go through because you can see that there's still this yellow dot. I haven't saved anything. I don't want to save anything yet. Make sure that you go through and you check all this. How likely are you to eat an entire chocolate bar? If I gave you a chocolate bar, would you share? Your day isn't complete without a piece of chocolate. And then chocolate is the best sweet treat. Okay, so now we have what we're looking for. This is the gold right here, people. Chocolate gold. All right. Now you've ranked these 1 through 10, and then whenever I click on this, you're going to see that I did the overall score for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and perfect. So now we have this, and the advanced settings are correct. I did it for each one. Cool. So now what you can do is, again, as always, before you go into this, go in here, set this to whatever redirect you want it to have, or you can put a little personalized message, which is like nothing. All right, like you can put whatever you want here. It's you can write it. It's real simple. You want to turn this back button on always, and then scroll to top. Probably be helpful. What I like to do is redirect to a URL. So in this instance, I'm just going to put it to PrettyQuizCodes. Why not? Cool. PrettyQuizCodes.com. All right, we go back to edit, and now I'm going to click save. All of these, I mean, if I were really, I'd be meticulous. I'm not, but this is going to be a great quiz. It's going to be about chocolate. All right, now we've saved. So now what we want to do is go and click preview, grab that preview link. Cool. And if we do it here, bam, Look at that rating. But it doesn't tell them like to what scale we're doing. It's just like a 1 out of 10, but they don't know that, right? So in this instance, if you're not using PrettyQuizCodes, you can put a subheadline, just looks terrible, right? So this short label, I'll show you. What is it that you asked? You said strongly disagree to strongly agree. All right, so here we go. This is where it's going to stay. Let me show you because this is going to look ridiculous. Preview that. And you see how it's at the bottom? That's what you get. If you're doing this in a quiz format, you know, you could do it like that. Bam. There we go. We got 5. I'm in the middle. How likely are you to eat an entire chocolate bar? Depends on the day. I'm not going to lie. I've been known to. I don't know why I'm looking at myself whenever I say that. I've been known to. Okay, but that's not what we want. So now we're going to copy that. I'm going to go in here. Bam, free build, quiz input, paste that. Cool. Dark premium, even though it's not going to be premium, that's fine. This is going to be a brown background quiz with a white. I need to stop looking at myself. Maybe put myself here so I'll talk. Oh, now I look intense. All right, so white here. Let's see. Bam. And my accent is just going to be a little bit of a off-white. So go to yellow, and then we'll take it up here to a nice little off-white cream. Nice. This is going to look nice. All right, and then where is the brown? Whoa, I'm itching my ear. Let's see. Brown is going to be down here. Is that too? That's nice. Let's see. Apply that. Brand logo, we don't have one, so we're not going to do that. All right, apply these codes. Let's see what happens. It's going to look great. You have no idea. It's going to look so good. All right, how likely? This is a 1x4, so because it's a 1x4, technically, like 1x4 is just like the name of it, but that just means 1, and then it can go 4 down. But whenever we do this, it's going to say all of it, right? So this is where you would put strongly disagree to strongly agree. All right, 1 to 10, generate that code. Quiz 1 code was generated. So now let's see what we got. Nice. How likely are you? I am pretty likely. I'm not gonna lie. How likely are you to eat an entire chocolate bar? Pretty likely. All right, now we're gonna go back over here. So this is the difference that we're gonna get. Throw the HTML. And bam, bam, wow, nice. How likely are you to eat an entire chocolate bar? 1, 2, 3, maybe. Bam, very likely. All right. If you wanted to give these like a name here for number 1, and you wanted to put like strongly disagree in number 1, and then you wanted to put strongly agree in number 10, that could be, or you could put like neutral in the middle. That's an option. You can do that, and that would actually probably make some sense. I probably should have said that and should have done that, but just if you wanted to have this like right here, it makes sense that like strongly agree, and you can always go back and like play with this. So like let's say we wanted it to be 1 to 10 strongly agree. All right, and now we generate that code, and now 1 strongly agree to 10 strongly disagree to agree. I'm seeing things. All right, but I'm not going to do that because that's not what we have. So bam, that's what we're going to do. I'm just going to copy this because to regenerate that. And then because I'm going to go in here and make these, it's the same thing, 1x4, and I just need to throw that there so we can generate that preview. It's the same thing. And then generate this. Pow. Let's see, generate. This one's going to be the same. Generate. And then lastly, we can just, this is lead capture. It recognized it because of the way that I built it out. Generate that. Preview, and it goes email, phone, agree to terms, see my results. Okay. And now let's go back up, and I just need to throw these in. So the first one is done. Second one here, we can preview, copy, and then we just build it out. So now we do the next. I hope you found this somewhat instructive and helpful. If not, I totally get it, but maybe this is what you were looking for, maybe not. If that's a quiz that you do want designed, let me know. I'd be happy to do it. I think I've gotten it here, maybe. Maybe you weren't going to be selling chocolate bars. Brownie face. All right, last one for the questions. Generate, preview, copy. And then lastly, we have our lead capture. So now we're going to know their name, phone number, email, and you know, we're gonna be able to retarget them on all the chocolate this little chocoholic could possibly want. All right, look how fun that is. That's fun. That's fun right there. I don't care who you are. That's fun. All right, we're gonna save this. No, actually, I mean you can save it at any point now because it doesn't really matter. Once these are set, that's the only thing you really have to worry about. We need to go over here to advanced and then the custom CSS because this is going to be important for how this runs. Comes with every quiz. So advanced CSS, grab that, throw that in. Throw that in. Now it's positioned, locked, and some of the stuff is going to be hidden. And then our footer HTML, which this actually has the spinner in it as well. So now that's good to go. We're not embedding it, so I'm not going to have to worry about that. But if you were embedding this, then that's what this is for. You can do standard. You can do with a logo. Logos are really fun. Make it look extremely premium. And this is what you had before. And now once that's done, we're going to save this. Proceed. And put me back over here. And then preview that out. And let's see it live. All right, cool. So how likely are you to eat an entire chocolate bar? Strongly agree. So then it kind of makes sense. 10. If I gave you a chocolate bar, would you share? Probably not. Your day isn't complete without a piece of chocolate. Yeah, I strongly agree with that. Chocolate is the best wheat treat. Ooh, that's an easy one. That's an easy one. And then here we go. We have, oh, probably shouldn't show you these things, but now you have this. Cool. And then we've got a number. And now agree to those terms. Everything is good to go. Green across the board. Let's see that result. And it is taking you to PrettyQuizCodes. So if this is what you were talking about and what you needed more information on, then I hope that you found this helpful. If you do need quizzes that are easy to design and extremely premium, then head on over to PrettyQuizCodes. Anyways, I hope this was helpful. Until next time, later.